Hi, I'm Everly. All my life, I've had creative ideas bursting out of my brain while my parents acted like I was speaking a foreign language. At 26, I'm finally ready to turn my app concept into a real business. If only my family would stop treating me like I'm chasing unicorns. A tech startup? With what experience, Everly? With what money? Richard, my father, didn't even look up from his newspaper when I mentioned my business plan at breakfast. Dad, I've been coding since high school. My portfolio? Hobby websites don't count as experience. Marcus had 3 job offers before he even graduated. That's preparation. My mother Diana swooped in with her favorite comparison. Your cousin is buying his second home and you're still talking about maybe starting something. This was the soundtrack of my childhood. Piano recital? You missed 3 notes. Academic awards? Why not valedictorian? Their expectations were moving targets I could never hit. I grabbed my laptop and headed to Cosmic Cup, the coffee shop where I meet my best friend Zoe every Tuesday. She was already at our usual corner table. They shot you down again? Zoe asked, sliding me an oat milk latte. How'd you guess? That vein in your forehead is doing the salsa. She pulled out her tablet. Show me the updates on Social Sync. I flipped open my laptop and showed her my app's interface. It consolidates all platform analytics and auto-schedules content based on peak engagement patterns. This is genius, Ev. Seriously, small businesses would kill for this. Try telling that to Richard and Diana. They think I should be begging for entry-level jobs at some soul-crushing corporation. Your parents are stuck in 1995. This is exactly what the market needs. That night, I had to endure the monthly family dinner with my cousin Marcus joining us. I tried to disappear into my mashed potatoes as everyone fawned over him. Marcus just closed that deal with the Singapore investors, my father announced proudly, as if Marcus were his son instead of me, his daughter. Marcus smiled. Just doing what anyone would in my position. Not anyone, Diana said with a pointed look in my direction. It takes drive and common sense. Speaking of drive, I attempted. My app prototype is getting good feedback from... Everly, please, Richard interrupted. We're discussing serious business matters. My business is serious. Playing on computers isn't a business plan, Diana sighed. When are you going to grow up? Marcus at least tried to be diplomatic. Tech is competitive, Everly. Maybe consider something more realistic. That night, I lay awake staring at my ceiling. The same ceiling I'd stared at through childhood, through college, and now as an adult still living under their roof because they'd convinced me I couldn't make it on my own. I texted Zoe. I'm done. I'm moving out. Her reply came instantly. My couch is yours. Bring wine. 3 days. That's how long I gave myself to pack up my life and walk away from people who never believed in me. Social sync would happen, with or without their approval. Probably better without it. Zoe's couch was lumpy as hell, but it beat living with the Doubt Squad. 2 months in, my savings were circling the drain. I was surviving on ramen and free Wi-Fi from the cafe downstairs. Your algorithm needs work. These response times would kill user engagement. I was talking to myself again, debugging code at 2 a.m. You look like you haven't slept in days. Zoe handed me coffee the next morning. Any bites on those investor emails? 27 rejections and counting. But the app's almost ready for beta testing. My brother's friend works at TechLaunch. They're having a mixer tomorrow. You're coming. In what clothes? My fancy wardrobe consists of this hoodie and slightly cleaner hoodie. Wear mine. Just promise to shower. The mixer was packed with tech bros in identical button-ups. I clutched my demo tablet like a life preserver until someone snatched it from my hands. Social media management with predictive analytics? Mind if I take it for a spin? The guy was maybe 40, relaxed in a way that screamed, I have money but don't need to show it. Go ahead, I'm Everly, by the way. Tyler Hayes. This UI is clean. Wait, did you build in cross-platform content adaptation? It auto-formats for each platform's specific engagement patterns. 2 hours later, we were still talking in the corner. Tyler had founded 3 startups and sold them all. I've been looking for exactly this solution. Let's grab coffee tomorrow and discuss numbers. I nearly tripped walking home. A real investor. But my celebration was cut short when my phone rang. Everly, it's Aunt Patrice. Is everything okay? Your mother said you had some kind of breakdown and quit your job. What job? I've been freelancing while developing my app. That's not what they're saying. Richard told everyone at the family reunion you're having a quarter-life crisis and refusing help. My parents' version of me was spreading faster than COVID. By week's end, 3 relatives had called offering support for my difficult time. Meanwhile, Tyler became my mentor, investing enough to rent a tiny office space. We hired an intern to handle basic coding, freeing me to pitch to potential clients. That's how I met Nate at a startup conference. He was manning the booth for Growth Spurt marketing. So your app basically does my entire job? His smile had a dimple on just one side. Only the boring parts. You still need humans for strategy. Prove it. Drinks tonight? Nate wasn't just cute. He understood exactly how to position Social Sync. After our 3rd date, he introduced me to his biggest client, Riverside Brewing. They need serious help with their social presence. I showed them your demo. The meeting was set for Thursday. Wednesday night, my phone blew up with a text from Marcus. FYI, your dad just got off the phone with Jim Riverside. Told him you stole your app concept from your previous employer. Thought you should know. I couldn't breathe. Jim Riverside was old school business, exactly the type to believe Richard. My father is trying to sabotage me. I showed Nate the text the next morning. Then we go around him. I know Jim's daughter, Kelly. She handles their digital strategy. Kelly Riverside was skeptical but agreed to a demonstration. I showed up early, hands shaking. Dad mentioned some concerns about your background, Kelly said. Let me guess. Former employer claims? I've been freelance my entire career. Check my LinkedIn. The only thing I've stolen is too much coffee from Zoe's kitchen. 2 hours later, Riverside Brewing became Social Sync's first major client. I signed the contract with the fancy pen Tyler had given me for moments exactly like this. 6 months after landing Riverside Brewing, Social Sync was handling accounts for 12 local businesses. The office had expanded to actual desks instead of card tables. We need to scale faster, Tyler said during our weekly strategy meeting. Your algorithm is outperforming competitors by 43%. We need more developers, I admitted. And a real marketing budget. Already on it, Nate winked, sliding his tablet across the table. I got Marissa Blake to try the app. My jaw dropped. The Marissa Blake? With 20 million followers? My college roommate works for her management team. She's testing it this week. 3 days later, Marissa posted a video raving about Social Sync. This app literally saved me hours today. Absolute game changer for content creators. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Downloads jumped from dozens to thousands per hour. Zoe burst into the office waving her phone. You're trending. #Social Sync Savior is everywhere. The real shock came when tech blogs started covering us. TechCrunch, Wired, The Verge. Suddenly, investors weren't just interested, they were competing. Benchmark Capital is offering $8 million for 20%, Tyler announced, looking stunned. And 3 others want meetings next week. Our valuation just hit $40 million, I whispered, gripping the edge of my desk. Better get used to it, boss lady. Nate squeezed my shoulder. This is just the beginning. After the Wired profile hit, featuring a full-page photo of me in our office, a familiar number appeared on my phone. I let it go to voicemail. Then again and again. On the 4th call, I finally picked up. Everly, sweetheart, we've been trying to reach you. Diana's voice was syrupy sweet. I've been busy running my company, the one you called a fantasy. We always knew you had potential. Your father and I were just trying to prepare you for the real world. Funny how your belief coincides exactly with my success. Diana laughed nervously. We'd love to take you to dinner. Celebrate properly. How about Bellini's tomorrow? Curiosity won over caution. I agreed to meet them. Bellini's was their kind of place, overpriced and stuffy. Richard actually stood when I arrived, something he'd never done before. Our successful daughter. He tried to hug me. I stepped back. Let's skip the act. What do you want? Diana glanced around nervously. Can't parents be proud? You weren't proud last year or ever before that? Richard's smile tightened. We may have been overly critical. We apologize. We want to support you now, Diana added. Families should stick together. The conversation shifted to Social Sync's growth until dessert arrived. Then Richard cleared his throat. Actually, we could use a bit of family support ourselves. Some investments didn't pan out. What kind of investments? Your father tried diversifying, Diana explained. The market turned. We're facing bankruptcy, Richard admitted. The house is underwater. If you could see your way to a family loan, I laughed. I couldn't help it. You tried to sabotage my biggest client meeting. A misunderstanding. You told the entire family I was having a mental breakdown. We were worried. No. You were embarrassed. Now you're desperate. Diana reached for my hand. Sweetie, everyone makes mistakes. We're still your parents. Parents support their children. You did everything possible to undermine me. The answer is no. After everything we've done for you, Richard hissed, mask slipping. Thanks for confirming this apology was completely fake. I stood up, dropping cash for my meal. Good luck with bankruptcy court. Don't call me again. 3 years flew by like nothing. Social Sync went from trendy app to industry standard with offices in 7 countries. Today was our European expansion launch, and I was heading to Paris to finalize the deal. Final checks complete, Miss Chen. We're ready when you are. The attendant at the private terminal handed me my boarding documents. Zoe hugged me tight. Look at you, jet-setting CEO. Remember when we were sharing ramen packets? Only every day. Still can't believe this is real. Tyler checked his watch. The London team is prepped for your arrival. I'll handle things here. You sure you don't want to come? I asked. Someone's got to keep these developers in line. Besides, your new executive team deserves the spotlight. Nate finished a call and joined us. Social campaign is live. #Social Sync Europe is already trending. I squeezed his hand. Thanks for delaying your vacation for this. Paris with my girlfriend who happens to be a tech mogul? Hardly a sacrifice. He kissed my cheek. We headed toward the private boarding area when I froze. Behind the premium lounge desk stood Diana, wearing a terminal services uniform. And there, pushing a cleaning cart past the windows, was Richard. Is that? Zoe whispered. Yeah. My stomach twisted. Let's go another way. Too late. Diana looked up from her computer and our eyes met. Her professional smile vanished. Everly? She stepped from behind the counter. I nodded coolly. Diana, you look successful. I am. Richard had spotted us and approached, looking older and thinner than I remembered. So it's true. You have your own jet now. His voice held a mixture of bitterness and awe. Company jet for company business. An awkward silence fell. Nate squeezed my hand supportively. We've been trying to reach you, Diana said. Your number changed. Intentionally. We lost everything, Richard said. The house, the cars. Your success would have saved us. No, it wouldn't have. You would have bled me dry, then criticized how I earned it. Diana's eyes watered. We made mistakes. We're your parents. Biology isn't a blank check for abuse. I gave you 26 years of chances. You ungrateful, Richard started. Still the same playbook, I interrupted. When manipulation fails, try guilt. When guilt fails, try anger. We're family, Diana insisted. No, these people are my family. I gestured to Zoe, Tyler, and Nate. They believed in me when you called me delusional. They supported me when you sabotaged me. They celebrate my success instead of trying to profit from it. Richard scoffed. You think they care about you? They care about your money. Zoe stepped forward. I cared when all she could afford was dollar store shampoo. Don't project your values onto us. The boarding announcement chimed overhead. Goodbye, I said simply. I wish you well, but I don't wish you in my life. I turned away, walking toward the jet with my real family surrounding me. Nate wrapped his arm around my shoulders. You okay? Better than okay. For the first time, I feel completely free. As we climbed the stairs to the jet, I didn't look back. The past was exactly where it belonged, behind me. Europe and the future were waiting. What would you have done if you were in Everly's shoes? Would you have helped your parents financially after they tried to sabotage your success? Or do you believe toxic family members deserve to face the consequences of their actions without rescue? Did Everly make the right choice walking past her parents at that terminal? Or should family always get another chance regardless of their past behavior? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this story of sweet revenge and standing up for yourself, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that make you think about the tough choices we face in life. Thanks for watching.